Hello, everybody. My name is Cindy Booth. I've been in this area for over 40 years. And I'd like to say thank you to the many people who I didn't know were praying for me in this room for over 30 years in and out of county. Over 30 plus arrests, 40 years from addiction to drugs now. Sometimes you want out, but you don't know how you're going to get out. Being alone, broken, domestic violence, turmoil, hate, anger, homelessness, and the pain. Not knowing where to go or what to do. All those times that door opened, where would I go? So, having said that, 2 years ago, I got off the streets 14 years prior to that. I found a man who was my enabler. He was 20 years my senior. He didn't drink, he didn't do drugs. And he passed 2 years ago. But for 14 years, he got me off the streets, gave me a home. I remember one time, at one of the many failed attempts, somebody asked me, Cindy, if you could have one thing in life, what would you ask for? And it didn't take me long. I said to the lady, the dresser. And everybody kind of laughed and went, well, would you mind explaining why you want your dress? I said, well, yes, if I have a dresser, that would mean that I would have a place to sleep, a door to close. Somebody wouldn't be stealing my clothing on a daily basis. So, I was grateful for this place to live for 14 years off of Park Avenue. And when Jim died 2 years ago, along with his death, was a surrender for me. Total surrender. Because the $3,500 a week was gone. And he showed his love by just distributing money to me to keep me happy. I didn't take advantage of the situation, I never stole, and I limited myself to my daily use. So for over 40 years of a daily using, the money that he left me, I took his truck and I got it legal. I got legal. I had to leave my home because I couldn't afford to live there anymore. And with that, I moved into my truck. Let's see. When I was 58, I suffered a stroke. So it's not too cool to be living in your truck when you don't feel good on a daily basis. So 6 weeks I lived in that truck, downtown Sanford here on the waterfront. And I didn't know what to do or where to go. I just knew that if I didn't find a different way, I would beg to God to take me home. So what does he do? He gets me arrested. After 15 years of not being arrested, I go back to jail. Not very many, but some of the people were still there that were there when I was going in and out for all those years. So, Miss Anderson, Chapel Westmoreland, and so many other people in this room, I found out tonight, have been praying for me that I didn't know. By the grace of God, those prayers were heard. I didn't take my life. I lived through many years now to become who I am today. I've been clean and sober for 15 months. 12 of those months, I've been with Miss Orland. See, God knew what he was doing with me. He said, you guys go back to that county one more time. The day before I got out of jail, my truck had been auctioned. So, no truck to go to. But you know who came? Right from the jail. Gave me stability and a home. And food. And she said to me, it's time for you to heal, Cindy. Because upon requirements of getting into the ministry, you have to write a 500-page essay. If I can just say, so she knew of me through my essay, and she said, Cindy, it's time for you to heal. Little since I know, I had a recollection one night, sleeping in my bed at the ministry, that one day when I was in jail, one of those times, like 30 days in or 60 day in, whatever it was at that time, Chapel Westmoreland was coming around to the pots like she did to say hi to us girls. And she didn't look right to me because I always tried to go to church every chance I could to get out of the pot every time I went to jail. And she didn't look right to me. So I'm like asking the girls in the cell blocks, what is wrong with Chapel Westmoreland? And somehow, I don't remember, but it came back. They said, Orland is going to prison. And I went, oh, okay. I didn't know who Orland was. And that's the first time I ever heard her name. And then all these years later, here she is for me. So long story short, I'm grateful to the ministry. I can honestly be truthful and humble and say to everybody here tonight that if I had not taken the step to go to the ministry, right from jail, surrender, it's been a lot of hard work the past year, but the main thing for myself, standing here to tell you, what I can take away from this program right now today is love.
Yes.
And I know there's love in heaven. And I didn't know love until I came to the ministry at age 16.